What is up, my fiery amigos? Welcome back to the channel for another Black Ops 6 Zombies guide. What I have for you guys today is the wonder weapon on Terminus, the Beamsmasher. The Beamsmasher has a pretty easy quest. The first half of it, though, can be very tricky, so let's go ahead and get started with what we need to do first. The first thing we need to do is open up Pack-a-Punch and having enough salvage to purchase dead wire. Once we have dead wire, we need to activate the lift, and it's going to slowly incline all the way up. When we're inclining, look towards this window here. You're going to notice this shock box. Shoot it with the dead wire gun. The energy would transfer to another shock box. Shoot it with a dead wire gun again. And your goal is to shoot all 5 in order to transfer the energy from one shock box to the other until you open up this door right here. When you're in this room, you're going to see this zombie crawling out and you need to kill it. Killing it will drop you a fob. Now we're going to go into the room with elemental pop. You're going to notice this briefcase with a zombie hand. Go ahead and interact with that briefcase to get this device here. The moment you grab this though, be wary. There will be vermin that come out of the area, so kill them on sight when you see them. Now that we have our multiphasic resonator, we need to put it back in this machine here in the room we were just in. What we need to do now is find 3 computers and turn them on. The first computer is right next to Quick Revive right here. The second one is close by to Stamina Up right here. And then the third one's all the way down to the docks right here. Once we have all 3 computers turned on, go back to the machine. You're going to notice that the 3 symbols that were on the computers are now taped to the machine here in the form of X, Y, and Z. We're going to take a look at this left chart here. What we're supposed to do is take our 3 symbols that we have and then match them up to this graph going from left to right. For this side of the graph, it's going to be our tens place for our numbers. And then for the bottom half of the graph, it's going to be the ones place for our numbers. In this example, my X was right here. My tens place put it at 1, and then my ones place put it at 0, so we're going to put X is 10. For my Y coordinate, it was right next to X. We have the tens place put it at 1, the ones place put it at 1, so that will be 11. And then my Z coordinate, that is way down here in the bottom right corner. My tens place put it at 2, and my ones place put it at 0. So what we're looking at is X is 10, Y is 11, and Z is 20. Now, let's go over to the other table right here. What we need to do is fill out these 3 equations. These 3 equations are the same every game. All we need to do is plug in our values that we just got for the left chart into this chart here. Let's go on to the first equation then. For X, remember it's 10, so we need to do 2 times 10, which is going to be 20. Then we add that 11 value, and that'll give us 31. And that's what we're going to put in for the first number. For the second number, we have Z is 20. So 2 times 20 would be 40. Plus Y, which is 11, and that is 51. Then we subtract 5, and that will give us 46. And then for the last value, we have 11, which is Y, plus Z, which is 20. That'll give us 31. Minus 10, which is X, will give us 21. If for some reason you do the math and you end up having a negative number, don't worry. It is something that can happen. As for example, in one game I was playing, the very last puzzle where it was like Y plus X minus Z is a solution, I had 10 minus 22, which was negative 12. So if that ever happens, you just have to revert it to a positive, so negative 12 will then become positive 12, and that's what you would type in. So we have 31, 46, 21. That's what we need to type in the computer. If it's done correctly, Peck will start talking to you, and all the numbers on the computer will flash green. Now, if you don't want to do all that math, you can pay Peck 5,000 points in order to get the correct coordinates to punch into the computer. When we have our coordinates locked in, all we need to do is flip the round. And when you flip the round, you're going to hear this.
Multiphasic resonator calibrated. Target located. Loading coordinates.
With the coordinates locked in, go ahead and grab the multiphasic resonator out of the machine, and now we are going to go to the 3 main islands around Terminus Island. These islands will appear in the exact same order every game, the first one being Castle Rock Island, the second one being Crab Island, and then the third one being Temple Island. Starting with Castle Rock Island, we're going to go all the way over to the island. You're going to see this blue orb sitting on the island. Place the resonator underneath the orb, and what's going to happen is a ton of zombies will spawn in. Every now and then, the orb is going to shoot its energy to a zombie. For the zombies on Castle Rock Island, they will be blue. What we need to do is kill these zombies and drag their energy by holding X on them all the way over to the resonator. Now you will be at walking speed, so if you need to train around zombies and then go for it, go ahead and do so. Or if you want to go balls to the wall, go ahead and grab it and start jumping over there. That works too. Another thing that you can do is that if you are close enough to it, you can have the zombie literally die into it by just killing it right on top of the orb, and it'll work just the same. Each area will give you 2 zombies to kill. So after you're done with the first one, go ahead and pick up the resonator and go to the second island. For the crab island, it's going to be gas. Just rinse and repeat. Put the resonator down underneath the orb. Kill the 2 zombies that have the energy shot to them, which in this case will be green energy. And then pick up the resonator when it's done. And then for Temple Island, same thing. It'll be purple energy this time. Place it underneath the orb. Kill the zombies that have the energy. Drag the energy over. And then once the final island is done, your screen will flash white, and then there will be an ammunition cache just lying on the floor. Pick that up, and then go back into the room with the computer where you did the math, and the table behind that computer will have the Beamsmasher for you. I thank you for watching. Peace out.